Antonio L.A. here with Nickel Star Film News. And I'm actually sitting here right now with a political guy, and he's also a cultural commentator, and he's a wrestler as well, known as Beach Boy Rad. Now, he's made a couple episodes on our channel recently about politics and cultural issues like Justin Bieber and the Super Bowl recently. We're here today, we want to interview him about some of the topics he has, and in his last video, he had a challenge to someone. But we'll get to that at the end of the view. So first off, Mr. Beach Boy Rad, what's your view on the political atmosphere that's going on right here, right now in the United States of America?
Well, it's typical. Everyone's upset about the Republican primary. Oh, what's going to happen? It could be a broker convention. It's not. The attacks, the insults are normal. Hello, Clinton and Obama 4 years ago. So to me, it's no big deal. But the question this week, going into Super Tuesday, can the sweater vest suplex the incredible Mitt? And will Newt Gingrich be the third man in the ring? And in the great memory of Gentleman Chris Adams, world-class championship wrestling, will Mr. Newt super kick both Mitt in the sweater vest, and maybe then he is the man that can win the Republican belt? That's the question.
That's awfully great, Mr. Beach Boy Rad.
I know.
And I think your fans out there, as few as they are, appreciate you, you know what you're doing. Now the question is, tell us a little bit about your background, where you came from, and how you started.
I've always been. I'm Beach Boy Rad. I work for no one. I grew up on the streets of Pittsburgh, Pennsylvania. That's where you've got to be tough. Because if you have no backbone, if you have no personal conviction, you'll get crushed. I came from those streets. This is what I'm about. Now I'm going to tell you something. Why do people like yourself ask stupid questions? Everyone knows that Beach Boy Rad is unique. And everybody knows I'm great. That's why this animosity against me is enormous. Especially from men. I'm quite a hit with the women. But the men out there don't like me. And the reason why they don't like me is because I'm the man that always has the gorgeous woman on my side, while most of you are blowing air in your blow-up dolly, and you get to sleep with it and you pray to God that you don't puncture it. But see, I'm the guy that they want to be like.
Some guys like teddy bears, Mr. Rad.
I'm sure you do.
Now, some people. Speaking of people who don't like you, on your recent video, you actually got a comment by a man named Tyler Guy 12 on YouTube channel.
Yeah, that was.
He states, "I don't like your video. Don't give a F about Bieber. You say if you don't like my video, you're a moron, and if you don't, and if you do, effing awesome." So you think anyone who doesn't think the same as you, Mr. Rad, are automatically wrong?
That's true.
If you're trying to act like the amazing atheist, you effing fail.
First of all, who the hell are you? You're the amazing atheist? There's nothing amazing about you or an atheist.
Mr. Rad, he's a fan of the amazing atheist.
Oh, whatever the hell it is. I don't go to those sites. First of all, you're right on one thing. Yeah, people who disagree with me are jackasses. They're morons, social debris. He's got that right. The rest of it, you're one of these guys that like to use the F word and like to print all these fancy stuff so people can be afraid of you. I'm not. If you want to start it with me, which you're not, I would just suggest that you go back, go download more porn, and go piss in the wind. Because you're not impressing me. I don't act like anyone. I'm Beach Boy Rad. You wish you were me, but you're not. So blow away, jackball.
And hopefully he'll come back.
People like that piss me off.
Well, unfortunately, Mr. Rad, there's lots of them out there, and hopefully your career will benefit from that.
Hopefully your career will benefit from that. Okay. You have gas at all?
I took a couple tablets earlier today. You know, just to make things.
Yeah, sounds like you're holding in diarrhea too. Go ahead.
Anyway, back to the issues. Now, let's go ahead and talk about what you thought you wanted to talk about. I'm kind of confused here. Let's go ahead and talk about the Super Bowl or the scandal you were talking about in football.
Oh, the Bounty Gate? is what they're calling it. The New Orleans Saints football team is under investigation for, taking out bounties on players. A couple years ago, they had a bounty, I guess, on Brett Favre, and they beat the crap out of Brett Favre in that NFC Championship game. It's one of the reasons why, at the end of that game, he forced a pass where New Orleans picked it off, and the rest is history. The Saints went on to win the Super Bowl. My opinion on it is this. Whether you think it's right or wrong, doesn't matter. It is. It's always happened in the NFL, and it will continue to happen in the NFL. Why do we act like it's surprising? It's not surprising. But then again, we have Roger Goodell, who thinks he's Jesus. He's God and Jesus. He wants to make everything right. Hey, punish the Saints, but don't sit there and act like you're surprised. Goodell, you knew this was going on in your league, just like the hypocrites in Major League Baseball knew there were steroids. Let's be a little honest here.
That's pretty intense, Mr. Rad, over some football. It's good to know you have that energy there and bringing it out to the crowd on our channel.
Okay, yes it is good. Are you having a seizure?
I'm glad you like making fun of me, and hopefully you get your kicks off from this, and hopefully, I hope that you trolls out there troll the crap out of it. Anyway, is there any more comments you'd like to say before we actually end this? Oh, the challenger, that's our last question. This challenger that you've been talking about, Mr. Rad, who you have told to come and fight you. What's going on with this, Mr. Rad? What are you trying to accomplish with these videos and this new thing you call a challenger? What are you trying to accomplish by getting him to attack you or something like that? Are you trying to start a political debate, a wrestling match? I mean, what are you doing, Mr. Rad?
Oh, God, I'll tell you what, you're beating my ass in with this interview. I'm getting a headache. Okay. I'm not challenging anyone, but I know there is a jackball who's going around the Austin, Texas area talking about me that he has a problem with Beach Boy Rad. He doesn't like me. Oh, well, that's the way that goes. You've been telling people that you're going to do a lot of things to me. Now, unless you're a beautiful woman who happens to be blonde, I'll listen. Other than that, I don't care what you think you're going to do to me. Do you know how many people, Jack Ball, have come up to Beach Boy Rad and have said, this is what's going to happen to me? I'm not even going to dignify this interview by releasing your name. You're a coward. You're cheap-shotting me. Emerge. Tell us who you are, because then you can enter the arena of the impossible. That's where I dwell. Easy for me to live there, impossible for jackballs like you. Now this is what's going to happen. Once you enter the arena of the impossible, you'll be taken to your seat. The lights will dim, and your beating and humiliation will begin. Yes, that's what's going to happen. I am sick and tired of people like you, cowards, that talk out of both sides of your mouth like this guy here, the Taylor guy 12. You see, Jack Ball, Beach Boy Rad is the artist of violence, the producer of your nightmare. I am the monster under your bed. So why don't you get on, put on, I should say, your big boy pants, leave your mom's bedroom, and follow me into the arena of the impossible.
Thank you, Mr. Beach Boy Rad. We appreciate the interview with you, and hopefully you won't get attacked and
attacked
by someone.
Who's gonna attack me? Go ahead, attack me. Do it. And that's a stupid move if you try it. Attack nothing. Try to attack me. Go ahead, try it. You know who the numbskull is. Tell him to attack me. You know who he is. Go ahead and attack me.
Well, Mr. Challenger, you have heard from Beach Boy Rad's mouth. He said that you can attack him, so he's ready with his guns and his... What's your logo, sir?
My Guns and logo? What is that? The cover band for Guns N' Roses? Guns and logo? This whole interview has been, I swear to God, if you're dyslexic, you would understand it. But I don't, you're the type of person, I feel sorry for him. He gets his information from a cereal box. okay? He's the one that likes Justin Bieber. The guy that has no balls, has no talent, but has a bunch of prepubescent chicks following him. Within 10 years, the same prepubescent chicks will deny ever liking this guy. Don't get me started on Bieber.
I think we already did that interview, sir.
Swear to God, I can't stand that guy.
But anyway, this is Tony Wale from Nickel Star Films, Nickel News. And we hopefully see you next episode. Beckalo from BSN. Good seeing you there. And thank you, Mr. Rad, for your time and effort. And hopefully you'll get that challenge that you're looking forward to. Thank you and have a great day.